We're here at Black Duck. This is a 1-bedroom plus a loft, 1-bathroom home in Oregon Water Wonderland. It is 957 square feet on 0.46 acres. You can see it's set back quite a ways from the road, and there's a little studio shed over there that we'll take a look at, and gravel driveway, a fenced backyard, and a nice stick-built home on both sides. Actually, there's a lovely fence on that side. So let's take a look at the exterior. We can see that there's a really lovely covered porch here that's great. You could certainly have a few chairs out here, even hang a hammock between those two walls, and it looks like the deck has been recently refinished and stained. The exterior of the home looks to be in good condition. Could maybe use a little bit of touch-up paint, but overall, from what I can see, it looks good. Windows are vinyl, double pane vinyl windows, and just looking around here, yeah, everything looks to be in pretty good shape. That's for the dryer, that's the dryer duct. And then you've got this gate here for the backyard. So fenced back here, a little bit of wood storage for the wood stove that's on the inside of the home. And it's fenced, you know, you've got the wire fencing there, and actually all the way around, in addition to the wood fences on two sides. So gravel patio area back here. You could certainly put concrete there and likely fit a hot tub. I think that's probably a perfect spot for a hot tub right there. There's also power right there. This is where that lean-to was, and it has since been removed. So natural landscaping, everything's really green right now because we've been getting a lot of moisture. So private back here for sure. Looks quite nice. The back of the house does look like it could use just a quick coat of paint. But yeah, no gutters, which is standard here in Central Oregon. Looks like there's a couple bulbs here that might be coming up soon. And from what I can see, the foundation looks to be in good shape. It is in a crawl space. And this part was added on. So you can see here, and I know that just because I found some floor plans, some documentation from probably the original owner. So that is available as well. So here's the gate on this side, which is great. The reason they have that on the top is so that the deer can't jump over it. That is the crawl space access right there. And that is the clean out for the plumbing system. All right, so we're going back around, and we will go on to this perfectly covered front porch here. So you could put a light up there or even a ceiling fan. It's just a great little spot to hang out. So as we enter, we've got engineered hardwoods in here, new flooring, which is lovely. And the windows allow in a ton of natural light, which is great. So the windows are new. And this is the living room. There is this countertop in here, or like cabinet. It is built in, but you may want to consider removing that unless it provides a service for you. I just think the space could be better utilized without it, in terms of like having a sectional couch here, or even over here, and then having a TV mounted on the wall over there. But you've got that space, and then another really open area. So that's obviously the dining room, but certainly space here to put a desk under the stairs or have some chairs around the wood stove. So the wood stove, I think it's probably certified. It looks like it's been recently repainted, and there's a section around the back that is covered, so I think they didn't want to paint over that. So I'm assuming that it is probably a certification sticker. And the ceilings are vaulted in here, which is really lovely. So you've got that kind of wood detail there on the ceiling. And then here in the dining room and kitchen, it is, you know, a standard height. So these windows are enormous, again, which is great. It lets in a ton of natural light. It looks really good in here, even without having all the lights switched on. And then the kitchen, as we know, has been recently updated. It looks pretty good. You've got some open shelving here to the left of the range. Nice, you know, butcher block countertop over here with some storage, and then some storage underneath. And then this side, probably original Formica countertops. They look to be in pretty good shape. Not perfect, but they look fine. And then these cabinets have been painted inside and out. Somebody actually did a really good job on that. So they look really nice. Do they pull the best? Maybe not the best, but no one's gonna know that until they get here. So yeah, so all looks pretty good. Lots of storage. And then another butcher block over here, again with more drawer storage. And then this is a Maytag electric range with a glass top, and the oven is super clean. That's great. And then you've got your hood here. I might lose the hood, but that's up to you. And then more storage back here. This is also where the electrical panel is located. So that is here, very likely original from, oh, probably, well, whenever the house was built. So I can't read that. So over here, you also have holds your washer dryer. And then you've got hookups there, and then place for broom and vacuum and cleaning supplies, and then some additional storage up top. So the floor is tile all through the kitchen and the dining room, as well as the area under the stairs and where the wood stove is, and even going all the way into the bathroom. So here we've got a little linen closet, coat closet combo. Looks like they've got a bit of materials in there, paint and such. Here's the bathroom. So tile floor, pedestal sink, which we know is new. No mirror yet, but some newer light fixtures. And you might want to replace that toilet seat, but it's not the worst. And then here we've got the fiberglass shower surround. I'd probably consider getting some updated plumbing fixtures for that, just so it's a little nicer looking. New towel rack, and yeah, just looks pretty clean and looks good in here. And then to the right of that, we have the main floor bedroom. So we do transition to carpet here. There is no ceiling light, but there is a switch, so probably would connect to one of these outlets to turn on a lamp. The room is probably 12 by 10. Again, very private. You've got big windows in here. And then we've got a large closet with some built-in racks here. So let's take a look at the loft upstairs. So we can see these bottom 3 stairs are carpeted. However, beyond that, it is just the straight up wood. So you could consider either covering these with carpet or maybe staining or painting them. And then once we get up here to the loft, we are back to carpet. So I did measure, and the highest point is 83 inches. So certainly enough room to walk down this part. Obviously it's sloping like an A-frame, so not going to be available for everyone to walk and stand up in every part, but certainly in the middle. And I would also consider potentially removing these lights that hang down and putting something that's a little more flush so that it is less of an impediment for someone who is tall. But this would probably be the best place for a bed, in my opinion. And then you could probably set some of this area up as just like a hangout game room. Lots of different options up here. So you've got window, they even left the blinds in here. And yeah, it's a great little space. It's quiet, and you could consider potentially even closing it off if you wanted to, putting up a wall if you wanted to, and even possibly a door here. Yeah, it adds basically another bedroom. Probably, I mean, you could even get multiple beds up here. So you could certainly increase your occupancy. And all of the railings have been updated to comply with safety. So yeah, that's the lofted area here. And then there are some newer light fixtures, some original. Those ones kind of have some cool character, but ceiling fan here, which is great. So it'll keep the hot air from just collecting upstairs and move it around a little bit. And then there's also a ceiling fan in the dining room as well as the living room, so lots of ceiling fans. There is no cooling here, which is pretty typical for Central Oregon, especially because there is no furnace per se here. There's just these wall heaters, as you see in each room, and those are controlled by a thermostat that is right here. So looks like they've got it on about 70, and it's quite comfortable in here. So once you add in the heat from this little wood stove, this place will be toasty. So just want to make sure we look at all the appliances. They're not brand new, but they're there. It's currently off. Actually, I might consider replacing that one. It does look a little held together by duct tape. And then the dishwasher is another Frigidaire appliance. Looks to be in fine shape, but again, an inspection will tell you for sure. And then we've already looked at the range. There is a little bit of duct tape over here, so maybe not the best idea to open that drawer. So, but that is the house. And then let's go into the backyard. So from the kitchen, you have a door straight out to the backyard. And this is where I think you probably have the best spot for a hot tub. You could even put potentially like a little bit of privacy fencing around if you wanted to. That would be my suggestion. There's already some electrical there, but you would likely have to get it wired for electrical for the hot tub. But yeah, some lovely lodgepole pine trees back here. You can hear the wind in the trees. It's kind of a cool wintry day, which is unusual for this late in the season, but here we are. So that is Black Duck. I think this place is a great spot. I think it could rent really well. It'll need some things, but a lot of the cosmetic work has already been done, which is great. And you know, I think it's just like dialing in a few things. I would consider getting a smaller refrigerator because that one is just sort of big and bold. Maybe removing that built-in and possibly like staining the stairs and the railing. And then new toilet seat in here. I would put a mirror between those two light fixtures. I would get a new shower head and maybe paint the doors, but they don't look too bad. And then just kind of do a little bit of cleanup in here. I would honestly just put the rod back between those two things, you know. And just ditch all the shelves in here because people don't really use the shelves for vacation rentals. And that's about it. Then it's just furnishing and dialing it in. So now we're in the front yard, and I honestly would probably try to make this driveway a circular driveway. Somehow, this is a beautiful tree. I wouldn't take that out, but maybe you could like make it circle around here a little bit better. Because this little guy is gone. So options, ideas. And then this is a little detached shed. From everything I can see, I'm not seeing any power out here, but I don't think it would be too hard to get it out here if that was important to you. But it's kind of cool because you could use this as like, I don't know, like a game room or have a TV out here. It's pretty spacious once you're in here. It's got a lot of natural light coming in from the door and the windows, and right now they're just using it for materials and storage, but I certainly think that there's a better use for the space, a detached bedroom. It looks like there's also a spot for a window right there, so you could put a window in there if you wanted to. But yeah, a nice little flex space. Could be used for owner storage too, for all your supplies and things. So lots of options, but I love this as an extra space for different ideas. So let us know if you have any questions.